नमस्कार, I'm हरप्रीत कौर and I welcome you all to our live and interactive session. आप इस वक्त हमें देख रहे हैं PME विद्या चैनल नंबर 10 पर और साथ ही साथ हमारे YouTube हैंडल NCERT ऑफिशियल पर। क्लास 10 के हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए आज हम मैथमेटिक्स सब्जेक्ट लेकर आए हैं, जिसमें हमने लिया है आपकी बुक का चैप्टर नंबर 1 कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री पार्ट 1। आज इसका हम पार्ट 1 करेंगे और हम जानेंगे कि आज हम कौन कौन से एस्पेक्ट्स को कवर करने वाले हैं अंडर दिस सब्जेक्ट। बट बिफोर दैट लेट मी टेल यू दिस सेशन इज लाइव एंड इंटरैक्टिव, सो प्लीज टेक डाउन ऑल द डिटेल्स थ्रू विच यू कैन contact us. Our phone number is 8800440559. Email ID is dth.class10@ciet.nic.in. And you can send us your question suggestions on our YouTube handle NCERT official. For this concept, we have invited our expert in the studio who will help us understand coordinate geometry. So please join me in welcoming her. We have with us Ms. Purnima Jain. Ma'am is TGT Mathematics. Ma'am, namaskar and welcome. और मैम और हमारा साथ देंगी हमारी इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज इंटरप्रेटर मिस भूमि। नमस्कार, आपका भी स्वागत है। नाउ मैम, इससे पहले कि हम डिटेल में जाएं, मैं आपसे बहुत क्विकली दो चीज़ें पूछना चाहती हूँ कि कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री ये क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है और रियल टाइम इसका एप्लीकेशन क्या होता है?
ओके मैम, एक चीज़ पूछूंगी, हमें कहीं भी जाना होता है, wherever we go, the first thing what we do is we take our mobile phones, we open our Google Maps, and we just start finding our location.
True.
So here is first application of your coordinate geometry, Google Apps,
Okay.
Google Maps,
Okay.
as well as हमें food delivery items, हम इतना खाना बाहर से मंगवाते हैं,
जी.
वो हमारी correct location कैसे पहचान पाते हैं?
Oh.
How they are able to find a location
जी.
is one other, we can say, a use of coordinate geometry.
और मैम ये भी कह सकते हैं कि जो प्लेन्स हैं हवा में उड़ रहे हैं, तो वो कैसे लोकेट कर रहे हैं लोकेशंस? कोऑर्डिनेट ज्योमेट्री।
latitudes, they can also help us to tell us how we study about coordinate geometry.
जी। और मैम आज हम पार्ट 1 ले रहे हैं, तो आज हम क्या कवर करने वाले हैं?
So today we will be covering, this is the today's outline. First of all, quickly we are going to recapitulate what we have done in our 9th class.
Okay.
क्योंकि हमारे ये चैप्टर 9th क्लास के थ्रू ही आ रहा है।
जी।
Then distance formula, that कि हम 2 points है हमारे पास, if we have 2 points, and then how to find the distance between the 2 points, that we're going to find in this. Also we're going to see what are the different variations of, we can say, questions, and how to find the distance formula. So these 3 things we're going to cover in our today's session.
Right. So मैम अब एक recapitulate कर लेते हैं?
Yes, definitely. Recapitulation करने से पहले मैं आपको ये पिक्चर दिखाना चाहूँगी.
Okay.
This is one of the picture made by my own student. And if basically I have asked her to make one picture, art integrated picture, in which you will going to showcase some of the qualities of your coordinate geometry. The child made this. और उसने बोला कि मैम इसमें सब कुछ आ रहा है, इसमें सिमेट्री आ रही है, मिरर इमेज आ रहा है, एक्सेस आ रहा है, वाई एक्सेस आ रहा है, everything is coming in this image. So, and it was beautiful. It is representing an autumn leaf. So here you can see that yes, the child has represented. So this first point, if I can see, this is an eye. Let me just see this. Okay. This eye coordinate, if we're going to represent, how we're going to locate this point? We have already seen that, and the child have seen, ma'am, this is coming on the x-axis. This is coming, this point is coming in the first quadrant, and that is what we're going to recapitulate. So let us recapitulate and recall what we have done in our 9th class. You can see that this horizontal line, which is the orange line representing, is the x-axis. The vertical line, the y-axis. The point of intersection where they are meeting, this point, this is the point of origin, and it is the coordinates of it are 0, 0. Any point which is coming on the x-axis is of the form x, y, right? Where y is what? Y is 0. You know, when we are working on an horizontal line, जब भी हम horizontal यानी x-axis पे देखते हैं, हमारी कोई भी ऊंचाई नहीं है, हमारी vertical distance नहीं है. So if there is no vertical distance, we can say that distance y is equals to 0, and this is x will be the point. Now here you can see that this point is negative 2, 0, that is 2 units left towards the left, we can say to left of 0, and here we can see that this is the point where it is located as -4, 1.
G.
Any distance which is coming from the y-axis is known as abscissa. The perpendicular distance, that is the distance from the x-axis, is known as ordinate. There is a way of writing a coordinate which is x, y. That is, first of all we write the abscissa part, and the second we will write the ordinate part. So, hope you have recalled one more thing. When our axes intersect, they divide the Cartesian plane into how many parts? 4 parts. That is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. First quadrant, both abscissa and ordinates are positive. Second quadrant, the abscissa is negative, but what we can say? The ordinate is positive. In the third quadrant, the abscissa is negative and the ordinate is also negative, and in the fourth quadrant, the abscissa is positive, but the we can say ordinate is, will be negative. So, I hope everyone has recalled from the 9th class that what are axes, y-axis, how we have to represent. Let us come back to our picture. Here you can see students, आप दोबारा देख सकते हैं, we were where? I coordinate. Now, can you locate the coordinates of this I? This is 1, 0. And if I am going to ask one question, अगर मैं आपसे एक question पूछूं, what is the distance of this coordinate from origin? What will you going to say?
1
Simple.
unit?
Yes, correctly. It is 1 unit. So, it is so simple. If I will say what is the coordinate of this G, then it is how much? 3, 1. If I say what is the perpendicular distance from this y-axis, that is from the 0, what is this horizontal distance? Perpendicular distance is 1 unit and horizontal distance is how much? Ma'am, can you tell me now?
Yeah, between 0 and 3.
3. So,
Yeah.
between 0 and 3, that means it is 3 units. So, can I tell or can you tell me or you think that what is the distance between this point I and point G?
Yeah, 3 minus 1.
Correct. That is 2 units. So, it becomes simple. But ma'am and you all, if I say कि बेटा अब आपको क्या निकालना है, मुझे distance निकालना है I और S के बीच में. अभी तो मैंने foot के बीच में निकाला था, मुझे exactly I और G के बीच में निकालना है. Sorry, मैंने S का, ये G point है. So, I और G point के बीच में निकालना है, तो आप कैसे निकालेंगे? Here we come. Yes.
Hypotenuse. It is hypotenuse.
Correct. Ma'am is so intelligent. Ma'am knows everything. That's what we are here for, and we will going to tell. So you can see that this is what? A right angle triangle. And by hypotenuse, as the ma'am says, कि हम distance कैसे निकालेंगे? हम किसी भी point का distance कैसे निकालेंगे? By using hypotenuse, that is Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse किस में आता है? Right angle triangle में आता है. And right angle triangle का use हम करेंगे. Okay? So, let us come on to our distance formula. So, distance formula, here we are going to start with the derivation of it. First, let us see what we are having it. Here, I will going to draw the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, so let me just take a straight line so that I will be able to draw that. Just a minute. So, here you can see this is my straight line. Okay, let me do the bold of that. Again another line. Oops, so sorry. So, here you can see I have drawn 2 lines, one is horizontal, one is vertical. So, this is representing my x-axis, this is representing my y-axis, this is representing my point of intersection, that is origin. Now, let me take any 2 points where is P and say suppose here is my Q point. Okay? I need to find the distance between these two. Okay? If I want to find the distance between two, first I will going to find the perpendicular distance which is coming it on the x-axis. I can take it as like this. So, here is my perpendicular distance, that is P, and it is intersecting the x-axis. say some point R. Okay. Next I am taking the perpendicular distance, that is from the y-axis, no sorry, again from the x-axis only, that is Q, and it is touching what? It is touching the x-axis at S. Okay. It is touching the x-axis at S. Okay. Where this P, again I am drawing a perpendicular, P is touching the QS at T. Now you can see this P is a point x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. These are the coordinates of the 2 points P and Q. This is the perpendicular distance. Now students, can you tell me what is the distance of OR? This OR. This is a horizontal distance from origin. So we can see that this is nothing but x1. Now what is the horizontal distance of OS? This is x2. And if I want to find the change, that is the distance RS, what it will be? Yes, as the ma'am suggests, it is the difference. So that means this is what? x2 minus x1, right? So this distance RS is nothing but x2 minus x1. Now why we want this? Because I want to use this Pythagoras theorem in my right angle triangle P, Q and T. As you can see, this is forming a right angle triangle. PT is one of its leg, QT is also one of its leg, and PQ is my hypotenuse. I want to find the distance, that is the length of PQ. Okay. Now, RS is x2 minus x1. Now, can you tell me what will be QT? QT is, QS is the vertical distance. Vertical distance here it is y2. And the vertical distance of TS is what? It is y1. Okay. So QT, this QT will become how much? y2 minus y1. Clear? So here we have the length of the two sides, that is PT and QT. Remember, this PTSR is forming a rectangle. That's why RS is equal to PT, because opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. Now we are going to use the Pythagoras theorem. So we know that PQ square is equals to PT square plus QT square. Okay. Now which will be, that is hypotenuse square is equals to A square plus B square, or we can say P square plus B square, perpendicular square plus base square. Now this comes out to be how much? Q2, PT square is how much? X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, and PQ will be square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. Let us see here. As we can see, this first point P1, this is point Q. We have drawn the perpendiculars. P meets QS at T as we have seen it. OR was x1, OS was x2 and RS was coming as x2 minus x1. SQ is y2, ST is equal to PR, which was y1, and QT was coming out to be y2 minus y1. By using this Pythagoras theorem, as you can see, this was the formula that we have tried. Okay. I hope you have understood how we have come up to this derivation. Let us take one question based on it. It is a case-based study. So, I have taken questions on 3 bases. Question number 1 is, a municipal corporation decides to open a school in a town. The corporation chooses a plot ABCD in a town area to build the school. If A, B, C and D are the coordinates, that the coordinates are given to us, हमें coordinates दिए हुए हैं, हमें ये check करना है कि plot किस shape का है. That means the first variation is that we need to check what shape we are having, whether it is a rectangle, whether it is a square, whether the lines are collinear, such kind of comes in the first variation. Okay, so let us solve this. So solution says what it is. A, B, C, D is a, what we take? Let us take a shape, a quadrilateral. We need to show that it is a square or not. To show that it is a square, what we need to see? That all sides are equal. Also, we need to see the diagonals are also equal. Okay, dear. So, that means we need to see how many, all the sides are equal as well as the diagonals are equal. That means what we have to see, let us see in this case. Let us see in this case. Okay, solution. This is a figure, that is, the plot is in a shape of, let us take a rectangle ABCD as it is given. The coordinates of A is 1, 7, B is 4, 2. What is the coordinates of C? Minus 1, minus 1. That is minus 1, minus 1. And the coordinates of D is
minus 4, minus 4.
Minus 4, 4. So, in this we need to find the distance. So, that means first we need to see that whether AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equals to DA. Let us quickly find AB. We will see that AB is what it is? A. What is the A coordinate? 1, C. B coordinate 4, 2. That means x1 is 1 and x2 is 4. y1 is 7 and y2 is 2. So, what is the formula? As you have seen, it's under the square root x2 minus x1 whole square and plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So, okay, quickly we are going to see 4 minus 1 whole square plus 2 minus 7 whole square. What we are getting in this case? 4 minus 1, 3, 3 square 9 plus 2 minus 7, negative 5 square gives you 25. So, this gives you 34 and it is under square root. We see that AB is coming out to be under root of 34 and similarly we will see what? Similarly, we will see that AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. All are coming out to be under root 34. Okay, and 34 units.
Yes.
Right now we have only shown that all sides of this rectangle is equal. Also we need to show that the diagonals are equal. Once the diagonals are equal, yes, it shows that it is a
square plot.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was very interesting, but because we do not have enough time, ma'am, so we have to wrap up the conversation here. But yes, in probably forthcoming sessions.
Yes, no worries. I will going to start from this, continue with this problem only.
Absolutely.
Yes, and we're going to take further this chapter.
From here on. And thank you so much, ma'am, for your contribution to the session. And I would also like to thank my interpreter, Ms. Bhumi. Thank you so much. And now, viewers, before I exit, let's take a quick look at the competition, Balpan Ki Kavita.
क्या आपको भी गीत कविता पढ़ने लिखने और गाने गुनगुनाने में रुचि है? तो आइए शिक्षा मंत्रालय भारत सरकार की एक अनूठी और सराहनीय पहल का हिस्सा बने तथा भारतीय भाषाओं और अंग्रेजी में लोकगीत और कविताएं भेजें। आप दिए गए लिंक पर अपनी रचनाएं अथवा किसी अन्य रचनाकार के गीत और कविताएं भेज सकते हैं। भारतीय भाषा कविता प्रतियोगिता के नियम आदि भी आपको इसी लिंक पर उपलब्ध होंगे।
Well, we wish you all the luck for the same, and also would like to inform you that textbooks for grade 4 and 7 are available, which you can grab from Amazon, Flipkart and of course NCERT official website. और अब एक नज़र डालते हैं आने वाले programs पर. So here is the schedule for the day. Well, in a short while from now, you can watch another session of ours that will be on social sciences. और साइमल्टेनियसली आप परिचर्चा देख सकते हैं। 4 से 5 बजे का समय रहेगा हमारे वेबिनार का, जिसमें हम टाइनी वाव पर चर्चा करेंगे। 5 PM is the time for session Sahyog, and at 5:30 we will bring you our program on school leadership development. With this, it's a wrap. This is me, Harpreet Kaur, taking leave of you. Namaskar.